Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video today, I'm going to cover the most significant changes to lore in Season 2 of Tekken 8. So the first thing we'll look at is lore's forward 3. So he no longer has Dragon Cannon. He has a new attack, which is this one here. This is a safe on block. It's 0 on block. It's a mid. And on regular hit counter, it causes this face down knockdown. So you get a guaranteed nunchuk there. But if it is used in a combo with a combo ender, the nunchuk is not guaranteed there. Forward 3 is also a floor break, so using this in combos will cause the floor to break. So Dragon Cannon still exists, it is locked behind DSS, so doing DSS into forward 3 will still give you Dragon Cannon. That is a heat engager, it will get a heat dash after it, but it is no longer a power crusher. There's no armor when you use this. It's now -9, so it's safe on block, and it recovers 4 frames faster than it would have before, so it has less recovery, just generally on whiff. But when you do a heat dash now, you do get a full combo out of this, which you didn't get before. So that's cool, they've balanced the move, they've given it something after removing those properties from it. So on the topic of new moves, his up forward 2 has been replaced with this new nunchuk move. This has mad range, it's like a keep out attack, it's -1 on block, so it's safe. This is nuts. It is a high and it doesn't have any tracking at all, so it can be sidestepped in both directions. But if used in a juggle, it does cause a tailspin. So you can, I don't think it's going to be a key combo tool, but if you do use it or you do see it in a combo, a juggle, it will cause a tailspin. On counter hit, it does cause a knockdown. You get a nunchuk afterwards. That's a combo. Speaking of heat, if you do land any of his nunchuk moves in heat, you do rebuild heat bar, so that's all of his nunchuk moves. So another new addition to lore in Season 2 is his down forward 1 into 2. This is a new follow-up. This is a high, and this also will tailspin when using combos. It is safe on block, it is -8. But when used in heat, on the ground, it causes a knockdown. You can see the tailspin still occurs even when they're grounded. Using it in a juggle, you can see the tailspin occur, and then I get the tornado with the regular nunchuk attack into a full combo. So that's interesting. It will probably change a lot of his combo routes, I feel. Of course, going back to hit, you can see on hit, it does rebuild that bar. So this is a universal thing with nunchuk in Season 2. Any nunchuk attacks that hit will rebuild the heat bar. So out of DSS, you can do heat burst and heat smash. That wasn't possible before. This is a universal change, so any stances that characters have, you can now use your heat attacks. So as we explore the character more in Season 2, we will find new combos, new optimal routes that we'll tap into. This is a small change, but it is significant. So before, when you did sidestep 1+2, you'd get this attack, if you remember. And that would be annoying because sometimes you'd sidestep and want nunchuk. But that no longer happens now because the sidestep 1+2 in Season 1, it's not even sidestep, you just do down back 1+2. So you don't have to do sidestep to get that move. But if you want that move out of sidestep for whatever reason, it is just sidestep down back 1+2. So I can just sidestep a nunchuk nicely now, which is really cool. Slight buff to forward 3-1 is the fact that the follow-up, the second attack, it's now gone up from 12 damage to 15. So this will do more damage. It's a good approach in neutral as well. It goes into DSS, so that's a nice little buff to that string. Forward 4, there is a change to this, so the way it knocks the opponent down is different. It seems like you get a guaranteed nunchuk here, so that's cool. They are trying to encourage more nunchuk use, I can see in this game. This is one of my favourite changes, so lore's poison arrow is now more plus on block, so it's come from +2 to +4 without DSS, and with DSS it's gone from +5 to +6. That also includes when you do a forward 2 into it as well. So let's talk about forward 1 out of DSS first. So there is a blue spark version of this available now, netting you more damage, so you saw it there. So you can get that. This is still a heat engager, but when you're in heat, you no longer get a follow-up, like a heat dash juggle there. So if you do hit that, you will just be ending your combo with your combo ender. Similar to what forward 3 was like into heat dash before. It used to be safe on block, but it is now -11, so it's gone from -9 to -11. But why I mention that in conjunction with his Wild Rising 4 is because this now has less advantage on hit. So you can't go from this into that really. Well, you can do it, but number one, it doesn't combo and counter hit. So you can see that's a counter hit there. There's no combo at all. So they've weakened this entire sort of situation. So this type of pressure isn't as good as it was before. So you can link it on counter into DSS 1. That does work, but that doesn't really lead to anything. So not only does that not have the advantage it had before to combo into DSS forward 1, but the forward 1 itself is punishable. So I feel like they've nerfed this whole situation for Law, so be wary of that in Season 2. DSS in general has been buffed, so DSS into follow-ups is more lenient in terms of doing your input. So your input out of DSS, there's a bigger buffer window. So you can see there, I'm doing the forward 3, the Dragon Cannon out of DSS super quick, and there's no blue spot because the timing's off. But the leniency on it is mad now. So I notice it more when I do Sidestep 3. Sidestep 3, counter it. From there, you can go into 4+1. And that was not super hard to do before, but the link was tight. You have to be very precise with your timing. But now you can do it super early, and it stores the input in the buffer window, and then it will combo. So that is significantly easy to do in this season of Tekken. But even like doing that, like from the DSS, just doing a 3+4 into 4 out of counter at 3, that was very, very difficult to do. Whereas now I can just mash 3+4 and it combos every single time on the counter it. So Law's back 1+3 parry. This will transition to DSS. There is more consistency with this with its follow-ups, but it has incurred a damage reduction. So there is scaling on this now by 10%. The notes say 90, but it's 10%. So if I parry and go into DSS forward 1, you can see the damage is reduced by 10% there. It's now 90%. Some slight changes to regular nunchuk 1+2. So this has less pushback on block now. So this will mean it is easy to punish. And in heat, if I use nunchuk now, you can see it rebuilds bar. It doesn't drain bar on use. This is a change across the board for all nunchuk attacks. So you may want to use it more in combos purely because it will retain heat bar. If you do whiff, this is any of the nunchuk attacks that Law has. It does deplete the bar. It also includes on block. So if I use nunchuk and it's blocked, the bar reduces. Only on hit does it rebuild. Slide damage has been reduced. It's gone from 20 to 17 now, so that is a nerf to slide. Likewise, DSS 3, this is the homing attack out of DSS. That's gone from 30 damage to 25. And the properties on DSS into 4, that attack there, the knockdown is slightly different, but you still get guaranteed nunchuk up close. And the final significant change on my list is Law's forward 3+4. So this wall spat, so I never really use this close to the wall anyway, but it makes sense to wall spat to get a full combo at the wall. So I guess something like that would be your B&B there. Yeah, short-ish and sweet, but that's the significant changes I've noticed and felt with Law in Season 2. Particularly look at the patch notes. There's quite a few changes. There's some that I haven't mentioned, but those are the significant things you'll notice when going from Season 1 to Season 2. Any questions or any queries, give me a shout. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Take care.